welcome you guys back to another edition of Ulon.Life. I am your host, P.E. Son Keller. Tonight's theme, of course, is going to be masking. Okay, masking your, everybody just move down a tad bit, I think, this way. Okay. Masking your pain, because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, in our community, we tend to, I guess, mask your pain, you know what I'm saying, with all the things that we go through. You know, everything that we do as men, as women, you know, whether we take it out on our children, whether we take it out on the streets, everything that we do, it's just harder for us. You know, we do a lot of masking pain. So I just wanted to say basically that tonight's theme is about masking your pain. I have my special guest with me, Tammy. Tammy, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. We're getting what Tammy does. And the one and only, my boy T.O. Hardiman is in the house tonight. Of course, you guys know T.O., you know what I'm saying, for Violence Interrupters and being one of our main advocates here in Chicago. And so, man, we're going to dive right into it now. As you already know, get your pens out because we're going to be going kind of fast. I'm going to hit you with a lot of jobs, a lot of resources. And, man, we're just going to get into what we do, okay? Okay, so now, masking pain. So I notice a lot of younger men right now are really angry, right? They've been through a lot of, you know, hardships, and a lot of them seem like they have want to prove a point. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're really out here. They're mad at the world. They really, and I'm not going to say that it's justified or maybe it's not justified. But again, getting to the subject of masking pain, ladies first, Tammy, is there times in your life when you've had to mask pain?
Absolutely. There's been times in my life when I've had to mask pain. I've had multiple family members die of suicide. I've had my father die. I lost my home. I've had a lot of things that have happened to me. And especially being in the nonprofit sector, people expect they expect something of me. They expect me to be strong for everybody else that needs my help and needs to be strong. So it's very hard for me to show my emotions. I've had to mask my pain. I've had to pretend like I'm strong and like it doesn't matter, but it does matter.
Right.
And when you press that pain down, you know it comes out in horrible ways. Always.
Yeah, that's deep. Now, as a woman, have you ever seen like a younger sister, like somebody, I would say maybe 21 on down, you know, act a different way because they've masked pain, maybe, you know, say lash out? What have you encountered with these younger women out here?
Oh, definitely. The people, they get angry and they take the anger out on everybody else because they don't know how to deal with their pain. So they don't understand how to deal with what they're going through. So instead, they bottle it all up, and then they get angry, they get argumentative. Communication, a lot of younger people don't know how to communicate. They get stuck in their phones, they get stuck in social media, so they don't know how to just talk about what's going on in their lives and what they're feeling. So they just bottle it, and like you said, sometimes it goes out into street violence. Sometimes it goes out into them laying in bed and not going to get a job, not being able to take care of their children. You know?
So masking pain can actually be bottled up and at some time kind of explode.
Absolutely.
Okay, good point. Tio, you know, we deal with this all the time, you know what I'm saying? You know, being in the streets and dealing with, you know, younger men and women, you know, we breaking up a lot of things. What have you encountered some of the times, you know what I'm saying, that you think, you know, masking pain, has it affected you in your life? How have you kind of dealt with it?
Well, you know, it's an old saying, hurt people hurt other people. Because a lot of times when you don't address your pain inside, you take it out on the world, so to speak. There's a lot of people running around out here right now that are really trying to overcome it. They just don't know where to overcome, who to talk to. Some people feel nobody really understands them. I can talk from a man point of view. I can remember I got my heart broke many, many years ago, but as a man, we don't normally talk about it.
Right.
As a man that loves women, you know, like what happens is that, like I was in a relationship, I was married before, you know, and I'm talking about many years ago, and when we broke up, I was hurt. I was actually hurt. But I had a friend that I would talk to about it. I got a chance to, you know, like kind of like express my, you know, my hurt. In that sense. A lot of people are scared to do that because it makes you feel like you're vulnerable. You know, no man should be crying or no man should be talking about any issues. That's what we're taught. So I got a chance to express it and I feel much better. I got over that moment. A lot of people don't know how to, I know people that get stuck, man. They come out of relationships and they still talking about the significant other, their partner, former partner, 20 years later because they haven't had a chance to
Absolutely.
So and I've been there, done that. but I share my experiences and strengths with other people. But I do know for a fact that a lot of the gun violence that's taking place is because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of pain that they never got a chance to address.
Right.
So they take it out on people with the gun, the anger, they pull the trigger. That's why anger management is very important. A lot of people think it's corny if you go to some type of service and receive some help or whatever. It's not corny. It's the best thing to do because cooler heads prevail. And when you talk to somebody that pretty much they're a little different than you are, and they know how to calm you down, talk about it in a more professional setting.
Right, exactly.
It's not always about just being street or dealing with it a certain way. Just listen to people. That's one thing I can say. Listen from experience.
Right. Okay, that's deep. Okay. Well, listen up, man. You heard it right here from Tammy and Tio. I did want to say real quick though, tonight, show, and since we're on, the issue of I guess you could talk about suicide. Well, in the general ballpark, of people who have passed away recently and very recently. My own church service, and my pastor's daughter, just passed away from cancer.
Oh, wow.
A long, fight. And it was a time, and we were so blessed to meet her. And so tonight's show is dedicated to Cynthia Jones. Cynthia, we love you. You're definitely a queen. And to her son Levi, her sisters and brother, her father, the first lady, to the whole Jones family, and all that are connected, to that family, Abrams, and just the whole church. So tonight, Cynthia, we love you. And man, it was a really good experience for all of us to get in tune and to meet you and to share a smile with you and to just fellowship with you. So we love you, Cynthia. Now, again, real quick, I want you guys to get your pens out because we're going to hit you through the show with these jobs and stuff. So again, CTA Second Chance is hiring. They called us today. It starts off $15 an hour for all individuals. You can have a background, okay? It's 18 years or older. Get this number, 312-681-2293, okay? That is their main hotline. They take ex-offenders, so make sure you get up with them. You guys know I don't play, man. I'm coming out. I'm going to hit you with the real deal. Again, CTA Second Chance. We had a guy there named G-Red. G-Red was from Cabrini. He moved high up there real quick. R.I.P. to G-Red. He was at Adams, okay? So now, teen centers and park districts, they are opening their doors, and they have all kind of things that you can, partake in. I want you guys to call 312-742-PLAY. All right, real simple. 312-742-PLAY, P-L-A-Y. They sent us this today. They have all kinds of stuff. Chicago Park District teen centers are diagnosed specifically for teens to socialize, play video games, or just to hang out and kick it in a safe environment. You guys can't beat it. Hit the share button. I need you guys to get out there, man. Pass it along because, again, you could bless somebody, save a life, and in return, you get that blessing. All right, Tammy. I want you to tell us a little bit about, because I know you came to our office today and through the years, and you've been talking about you have a center, you have a place that needs a little bit of help. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is that you do and where you're from? Like, what area are you in?
It's Paying It Forward. We're a nonprofit organization. We're located in East Chicago, Indiana. Okay. And we service all of Chicago, South Chicago,
I know
the
so
South
many people
suburbs,
go there,
and Northwest Indiana. Right. So even though we're located in East Chicago, Indiana, we service everybody. If anybody's willing to come to us, we take care of them. Okay. And, we have a lot of different programs that we offer. We give diapers to moms who can't afford diapers for their babies.
Hit that share button so y'all can bless somebody, okay?
And we have diapers. We give toiletries. We have a little clothing closet where they can come with clothing. Okay. A lot of moms come in. They don't have baby clothes. We have like a new mom program where moms can come in and get stuff for their children, clothes. Maybe they want a bassinet. If we have it, we try to help them however we can. There's a lot of struggling moms out there, a lot of kids out there. We do birthday boxes for kids whose parents can't afford to give them a birthday present. Okay. We have back to school. We're doing the back to school. We give Christmas things away, coats. We help the homeless. So it's a whole array of different programs that we offer.
Nice resource center, basically.
Yeah, and it's basically just to pay it forward. And we pay it forward, and then we try and ask other people to, if you can bless somebody else by paying it forward, to be a blessing to somebody else and pay it forward.
Exactly.
Whether it's to donate something to us to keep our center open, or if it's to donate clothing for the children, or maybe you don't think you have anything to donate, but the thing is you might have something in your closet somebody needs. You may have a service you're able to offer. You may have teenage boys that want to do some community service, and we might have some elderly people that need their lawn mowed or their snow shoveled. So there's always something. Paying it forward, I say, it comes from your heart, not necessarily your pocketbooks all the time.
Exactly.
So, I mean, there's so many ways you can bless somebody. And once you're a blessing to somebody else, blessings will come to you.
Yes, they will.
That's
same thing, exactly. And that's the same thing that we're telling everybody. When you guys get on these lives, pass it along, because somebody needs these jobs. Somebody needs to hear these stories, and somebody might get blessed, and you get your blessing in return. Tio, you know, you've been a part of this movement for, you know, since day one, since I can remember. We've always, you know, doing so much out here in these streets, so much behind the scenes, and we bless a lot of people. Can you tell me kind of like what you got going on right now, you know what I'm saying, and kind of, you know, some of the things that's coming up?
Yeah. Well, on behalf of Violence Interrupters, not-for-profit organization, we have a lot of good things, you know, going on in the community, like South and West Side of Chicago. We have about a good 30 staff working on the streets of Chicago, interrupting conflicts, mediating conflicts with some of the young brothers on the streets. To date, we've mediated around 30 conflicts. It's not a big number, but it's a solid number. And then God also allowed me to remove 5 women from a domestic violence situation. One day I was on Facebook, Mr. Easton, and I was talking about, if you're in a situation, give me a call. We will come and get you. And a few women called my cards. You know? I had to take some of my guys over there to, you know, get them out of a bad situation. They called my cards.
We do too.
That's right. And so
it's valid though that you were able to do that to get out, because that's somebody's mother.
Yes.
You know, somebody's daughter, somebody's sister. So that was very valid. And I know they appreciate it.
And I'm trying to pay it forward to women as well. So, you know, we stepped up to the plate. But we're doing pretty good. You know, no complaints. You know, I still teach as an adjunct professor in the field of criminology and restorative justice and juvenile justice and corrections, okay? So the reality, and also understand the history of Africa before slavery. See, a lot of people don't know the history of Africa before that point. But it all comes down to knowing who you are, preparing yourself. You cannot build your shield on the battlefield. You have to prepare yourself in advance if you really want to be effective out here. You know, study, practice, you know, get everything in order,
and do the homework.
So that's what we're doing on behalf of Violence Interrupters right now. I have no complaints. You know, I take life one day at a time. You know, I was stricken with that COVID-19 back in October last year.
Yeah, we all heard about that, man. We, you know, put our prayers out. We had almost took you out now, you know. It was a thing. You know,
I prayed to God. Don't get me wrong, I love God. But, you know, people might find this to be funny. I prayed to God first, but also prayed to the ancient warrior, Shaka Zulu. You know, I say, wake up, man.
Because it was that serious.
Get up and help me, man. I try to wake up the ancient warrior.
That is
yes,
so
indeed.
funny.
But I prayed to God. I want to make that clear.
Yeah, definitely him first.
Yes.
And then I've been noticing, you know, a lot of more people are joining the Violence Interrupted. I've seen, you know, different shirts going out. I've seen a lot of brothers and sisters wearing the shirts, you know. And so that's a tremendous thing. So I want to get back to Tammy real quick. Tammy, how can people reach you? Because I know that you take people from all over Chicago. What are some of the, you know, numbers or social medias? How can people contact you?
Well, our business number is 219-318-3122. And we can be reached on that anytime, day or night. And we also have a website, payingitforward.nwi.com. And that kind of explains exactly what our programs are. Anyone who wants to donate, anyone who needs help, say somebody wants to help, but they want help anonymously, so they're afraid to make that telephone call. They can message in through that. They can go on to Facebook, and we have Paying It Forward Northwest Indiana on Facebook. They can go to my personal Facebook, Tammy Diaferio, and I'll still answer messages from them. So if they are in need of help in some way, or they want to bless somebody in some way, they could definitely get a hold of us on any of those avenues.
Okay, can you spell your last name? So you said Tammy, and then can you spell it so that people can go to it? Because again, they got their pens out now, you know what I'm saying?
Tammy, my name is Tammy, Tamye, Diaferio, DIA, F as in Frank, ERIO.
Nice. Okay, cool. So real quick, we're gonna hit a couple more outlets for these young brothers and sisters. So Case Security is hiring dispatch, unarmed, and supervisors. That's 7815 Southwestern Ave, and you guys can call this number 773 436-3788, and you can hit extension 157 and 158. Again, all these young brothers and sisters have been hitting me up for these security jobs. Get this money, y'all. Summer's still underway. We just halfway through it. Call this number, 773-436-3788. Now, this is for, and again, they do Zooms. You can go to 844-GO-KATES, which is KATES, or it's 844-465-2837. Call to reserve your spot. Okay, this is for anybody that wants to get into the security field. Man, awesome. This is awesome because you're really not having to work too hard, and you can get paid, and you can also learn to get your card, and you can kind of move up. Now, Integrity Park office has trade services, is hiring for temps to hire workers immediately. They called us today. All these are freshly new, y'all. They contact Ulon and we push them out. So this is let's see, this is in West Creek Drive, 18324 West Creek Drive. They are hiring for trade services. Let's see here. We are currently staffing for temp to hire workers through Integrity Trade Service. Apply online or just call this number, 708-995-5762. You can find out more about it. Again, share this, please, so you can bless somebody. Now, anybody know about cooking? I got all the guys, right? All the guys, anybody's ever been locked up or out in the street that knows how to cook. This is an excellent cook job. It's at, what is that? Giussano's Pizza, all right? And it's experienced one that cooks. Phone person wanted as well. You can call Graciano's Pizza. It's at 5651 West 87th Street. It's 708-424-8000. All right, 5651 West 87th Street. And Graciano's Pizza. Just give them a call, find out more about it, and see if you guys can qualify, all right? Now, let's get back to it real quick. T.O., recently we just, campaigning was out there for this young, beautiful sister, Celeste Thomas. Cecilia Thomas. Cecilia, for people who don't know at home, and we have all these, medias going on, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Cecilia was the youngest, as of date, child that lost her life in Chicago, and through violence. And so our heart is out with her as well. And, it's just going to show that, sparking back against tonight's theme, which is, just suppressing, the hurt, the pain. Here it is, a 5-month-old Cecilia Thomas, we love you, lost her life. Can you expound on that? Tell us, like a little bit about that situation for those who don't know they heard about it. My phone's still blowing up about that.
All we know is about maybe 3 to 4 weeks ago, a 5-month-old child, Cecilia Thomas, was shot while she was sitting in her parents' car.
Right.
Obviously, somebody shot the car right off South Shore.
Right, South Shore.
They shot the car up, and the young baby lost her life. And it's tragic, man. It's tragic on every level because, we supposed to protect kids. Now, people thought I was crazy, Isan, when I had a press conference. You were there, and I said we need to provide young people with bulletproof, like vests, slender vests, and then bulletproof baby car seats. And I'm serious. It might sound kind of ludicrous, but to me it doesn't. Because during the pandemic, they was providing everybody with masks and gloves and everything, sanitizer. Since we cannot protect the babies, at least give them a chance. So many kids have been shot while sitting in the back of the car seats in the cars. But if you got a bulletproof baby car seat, you can deflect the bullet. It's all about deflecting the bullet.
Exactly.
But so this young baby was killed. Now, Lamont McCoy, one of the young activists, he's been standing out there for 24 hours a day, nonstop, trying to keep her name alive. So apparently, no one knows who shot her, of course. There's a lot of stories out there. I don't know about everything. But the moral of the story is that people, come on, man. You can't go around and shooting and killing babies, man. That's like there's no code of the streets when it comes down to killing women and babies. We cannot, abide by nothing like that. Right. So that was basically tragic. And of course, Lamont, I had him on, saying not too long ago. Yes. One
of our youngest little brothers, saying in the activism field, and we're not even gonna call activism because me and him like to be called, different, just advocates. We out here, He's actually a life coach now. So much love to Lamont Record. And I also want to show Wani Rodriguez some love. Wani actually is the one who introduced us, and Wani goes way back. Wani was a Legacy, the group Legacy that was really big back in the early 90s, And so Wani, he actually brought it here today. So much love, Wani. So I want to say something real quick. I noticed that right now it's at an all-time high with the, I guess you could say, Chicago has put again, it's always been between us, Detroit, and New York, right? As far as the shootings, right?
Okay.
And so now, again, we're our numbers are back up there. So everyone asked me, we was just on Fox recently, and someone asked me, one of the reporters, like, why is Chicago so bad? You know, and one of my, things was, and they were saying, like, so why isn't the administration doing anything about it? What do we think about, Ulon.Life, or what do we think about the police? Should we defund the police? And of course, my answer, like, I'm not into, see, first of all, it's not us against them. I'm not going to ruin it, for any, good police are doing their job. We don't have anything against them at all. But I will say this. We need a privatized group like COPA, but somebody that can actually stand out and monitor, the bad police. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have to come sooner or later. Somebody's going to have to put their money together, privatize an organization that is run by the people for each district. We can't cover everybody, but if people start standing up, coming forward, and really trying to justify, and put pressure on the police force for, of course, the bad apples, and that way it can give, say, for instance, the good cops, see, they have a code of ethics too. They don't want to snitch on their own either. You know what I'm saying? They talk about us on the streets, but they're basically doing the same thing. So this will lighten the burden for them. So say, for instance, there was a bad police officer. The good cops wouldn't feel bad because they could go to the privatized people where it would stay anonymous. Our goal is just to keep the police force still serving and protecting us, right?
No
right.
doubt.
We're not trying to make waves. We have nothing against the bad police, but I will say
we
this.
have nothing against good police.
The good police.
Yeah, nothing against the good police. Thank you for that correction. We have nothing against the good police.
Right.
The bad apples definitely are going to have to start, getting weeded out. I can just imagine Chicago in such a better light, in such a better feeling of walking down the street if the police really did serve and protect. Let me just say that for the record, because I've been in the city long enough to know that there's a stigma that good police and bad police are the same, and they're not. You know what I'm saying? Which happened with the stench of what? Going back to the 90s with Rodney King. America got to see just what we've been knowing all along. Now that the cat is out of the bag, the good police do not want to turn on the bad police. Why? Because they don't want it to fall back on them. So, again, one of the solutions, I feel myself, this is Eson speaking now, is that we privatize a movement or some type of organization that will literally go out and monitor the bad apples. You know what I'm saying? Once we get a list of the bad apples. And that's only fair. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to throw that out there. What do you think about that, Tammy? What do you think about a privatized organization that is run by the people, for the people, that can monitor these police?
I think it's absolutely a great idea. There's going to be good and bad everywhere, like you said, and you're absolutely right. Nobody is going to want to turn on their own, especially in the police department, because there is a code of honor.
Yes.
So it's like, I do think that some of the good police, though, however, do kind of go to that level, but I also think that they're stigmatized when they go to that level. Like you said, there's nobody necessarily to protect them as an anonymous person.
Right.
So if they go to a chief or they go to a higher up, it somehow leaks back down the chain that they did it.
Because it's still in the force.
Exactly. And when they do that, they don't feel safe necessarily to do that.
Right.
So a privatized organization where their names can be stayed anonymous,
Yes.
it doesn't leak down the chain, absolutely a wonderful idea.
Great. Tio?
Well, I've been on the front line, addressing the issue of police brutality and excessive force for some years, but I don't make a whole lot of comments on it anymore, because just to be honest with you, out of all the people that we spoke up for, and a lot of them have received $1 million settlements because of the fact that they lost their loved one, not one of those people ever in the history of the last 10 years of me speaking up for them, not that I want anything from them, but nobody's never came back to offer us anything.
Right.
I don't do it for the money anyway, but
Right.
you would think in a person, because we the ones that help step
Right,
up
on
on a
the
lot
front
of
line.
cases.
Exactly.
I mean, if you think about it, some of these individuals probably receive anywhere over the last 10 years, probably $100 million has been paid out.
Right.
Okay, I mean,
Maybe possibly more,
it's their
possibly
money,
more,
that's
right.
fine, I got that.
Right.
But just a thought, take me to dinner.
Right.
Just take me to dinner. Let's call me and
Right.
say thank you when you
Right.
get to, when you get to check. But the
Right.
point is, I've already, made my statements. I have a good relationship with everybody. I'm not out here, you you have some bad cops, like you got some bad brothers out there killing everybody.
Right.
So I'm not going to pass judgment on nobody right now because we have a lot of work to do. There's been sweeping changes with criminal justice, but to a degree, criminal justice reform has backfired on a lot of on society to a degree because you got nobody thought about the victims. Criminal justice was really brought forth because of police brutality and excessive force. But if you look at the hard numbers, you'll find out the police are not killing as many people as we killing each other.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to talk about that. People become mad at you. They may get mad at you when you talk about that. But the moral of the story, there should be no police crossing the line. I got that. We shouldn't cross the line either and kill our own people.
Exactly.
Okay?
It's almost like, remember, it goes back to what we all talk about, like Black Death is a hustle. You know what I'm saying?
It's a big hustle.
So it's like on our side of the fence, how many people are going to listen to the police scanner and try to rush, and I'm talking about activists now, rush to the scene to try to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, want to be first in front of the cameras, first in front of the media, first in front of the news report, you know what I'm saying, to get a story. So, yeah, I agree. Both sides have their,
we
pros
got to
and cons.
just stop it, Brother Isan, because, we heard the community is hurting. We've lost so many people in Chicago. The population is dwindling down on the south side, west side of Chicago. We need a lot of support. Like, you're talking about dealing with trauma, dealing with pain.
Exactly.
We need to heal from the inside out.
And another thing I want to say, a lot of people are asking, like, well, what are some of the solutions? And I remember saying to one of the newscasts one day that, y'all keep asking us these same questions, and we keep telling y'all that we need more resources. That's it, that's all. We need all the grassroots organizations that are already doing this to get hit. These are the ones who are on the front line every day, me, T.O., and the list goes on and on and on. The people who are already situated, people who are already out here who are struggling day to day to get funded. It's not about, we getting more cameras. High D, HD cameras, paying $1.5 million for the cameras. And you got to pay another $1 million for people to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Just to get footage after someone gets shot, So, go figure. We at a point right now when those who are actually offering these jobs, those who are out here, making amends and getting these counseling and helping the homeless and helping guys get out of gangs that are already doing it, those are the ones who actually need to be addressed and supported. Okay. So, real quick, y'all, let's get back into this. Again, you guys share this. There's good stuff tonight. We going hard. All you men that keep hitting me for these forklift jobs, here you go. Experienced stand-up forklift operators. We got second shift plus team leaders, warehouse supervisors, and human resources managers, okay? We got a job fair coming up July 21st from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at 575 Oakton Street. This is in Des Plaines, Illinois. Walk-ins are welcome. Job fair, July 21st, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. 575 Oakton Street is in Des Plaines. If you guys got any questions, go to our website, and Ulon Resource Center has its own page with it, or Ulon.Life. All this will be listed, okay? Real quick, Staff Illinois Temp Agency is hiring for industrial and clerical. So all you people that know about clerical or even industrial fields, call 773-424-8787. Or you can visit us at 6190 South Archer Ave from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. You guys go get these jobs. Hit that share button. Let's get these out here. All right, I'm going to hit you one more. Ooh-wee, right? Now, everyone likes ooh-wee tea, right? Ooh-wee came out a few years ago. It was the bomb. Ooh-wee, it is hiring for drivers. You got to have a valid driver's license, 21 years or older. Hit this number, you guys. All you guys that want these easy Uber jobs, you can work at ooh-wee plus get tips. All right, 708-986-2692. 708-986-2692. Again, the show is dedicated tonight to Cynthia Jones. We love you, Queen, man, and the family, the Jones family, the Abrams, and all who is connected. We love you guys. Man, long live Cynthia. She's such a beautiful soul. Okay, Tammy, I would like to say this real quick. You came, well, we've been knowing each other for a little while now. You came today, and your plea is that, right now you're going through a little hard time because of all the services you've done for the communities, right? You have a little dry patch now, right?
Yes.
So again, if anyone would like to reach out, she is a non-for-profit, to help her out. It's just like me and Teal do all the time. We try to get as many organizations some type of funding. Please give a number again where they can reach you at.
The telephone number to Paying It Forward is 219-318-3122, and our website is payingitforwardnwi.com.
Okay, great. You know, it's important to reach out to our brothers and sisters that are out here really making a way, because these are the ones, like, if these type of organizations go away, we're really in trouble, y'all, like, for real, because no one gonna be else, out here to care about us, that's going the miracle mile, that's even trying to put back in, to what we're doing. And I did want to say much love to my boy Omari, he's back on the ones and twos, and of course, everybody else, Sylvia, Phyllis, the people that put in, to this hard work. Tio, I noticed that, violence, interrupters is moving up the ranks in Chicago. A lot of places now are really talking about violence interrupters. Do you have a floor plan for the rest of the year? Like, what would you like to, see violence interrupters do?
Like I say, we're doing the best we can to save lives on the front end. We're not trying to show up every time, after the fact, right?
Right.
So it's not as newsworthy when you stop somebody from hurting another person.
Right.
The news comes out mainly when, after the crime's been committed. So to make, just to answer your question, what we plan to do is just continue to work hard as we can to try to help these young men change their mindsets associated with violent thinking, right? Because people, violence is learned behavior. And it takes an education, man. It takes a higher level understanding to, talk people down from what they're used to doing, what's the norm for them.
Right.
See, it's unfortunate. Every year in Chicago, about January 1st or the beginning of the year, it's really sad, man, because we have to project that there may be 500 or 600 homicides. The first day of January, we had to make a projection that this year may be about 600-700 homicides.
Wow.
And that is one of the saddest things in the world to come to grips with, because we know for a fact it's going to happen. It's been happening that way over the last 40 years. So it's nothing new. So, no matter what people try to come up with, the cycle of violence in Chicago has been this way for the last 40 years. You can go back even during the Al Capone era, and you can see there were like 300 homicides even during the gangster era back then. But I'm talking from the late 70s up until 2020, there's been an average of 450 to 800 homicides every year in Chicago. You can look at those numbers. There was one year, 2004, there was like 425 homicides, but it fits right in there. Okay? And a lot of people running around saying they're experts at this, they're experts at that. If you're really, really an expert, and this goes for me and anybody else, homicides will be under 100. We've never had a time in Chicago where we had 100 or less homicides, right? That means that you would go out there and put a big dent in it. Okay, the police doing whatever they can do. I'm not here to criticize, like say, anybody, but the police are here to serve and protect, but nobody has a crystal ball to know when somebody's about to shoot or kill somebody.
Exactly.
So that's why, a lot of times people, like I say, black death is a hustle. People, and brown death is a hustle. People making money off the bloodshed out here. So that's what it comes to. But if you can help somebody, like what you're doing with your organization, what this young lady's doing, what we're doing, we're hiring people, they have jobs now. And that's the best way you can help some people. Teach them how to fish for themselves, opposed to fishing for them. You teach somebody how to step up to the plate, Brother Isan.
Now, in working with violence interrupters, and say, for instance, young brother out here or young sister that's watching this and they want to get in touch, what are some of the programs that you have available? Like, say, for instance, they want to become a part of it. Is a training program they go through to learn how to mediate and talk? Or how do you interview your people?
No, I train violence interrupters. I have a 40-hour training curriculum, but I'm not going to fake with the viewers or anybody. We specialize in mediating conflicts, and then we turn people over. Once we mediate the conflict, then we try to connect them with social services agencies like what you're doing and all that good stuff there. Because because you cannot be all over the place. Our specialty, 9 times out of 10, if you call me and you got an issue, as long as you give me all the particulars, we're about an 85% success rate where we can mediate the conflict, but nobody has to lose his or her life. We're not 100%, we're about an 85% success rate. And we've dealt with some nitty-gritty conflicts, Brother Isan. I'm talking about when people want to take a life for real. And so we have the specialty and the expertise to go in because we hire credible messengers. But just to answer your question about the training, there's a 40-hour training that goes along with the work. We're not going to just put nobody out there because God has our back as well.
No, big time, for real.
And I just had to be a big brother to a lot of people in Chicago. So my name is like a household name, so I can get in where a lot of people do not have access. Just put it like that, okay? Exactly. I got a lot of respect from the young brothers, middle-aged, and some of the older brothers. So when I go on the scene, say, look, I need to sit down and talk to you, 9 times out of 10, they're going to talk to me. And I'm not talking, the way I'm talking on TV, that's not the way I talk to them. I'm a professional brother. Don't get me wrong. I might go there, hey, I might be up in your face, man. Hey, that's not how that goes, buddy. You know what I mean? I'm not going to speak to what you talk about.
But that's a good point, I think in order to become, and see, that's important for the young brothers at home,
Right,
and even
right.
the sisters to understand. Like when we out here in these streets, I mean, obviously it's like a chameleon. You know, we have what we would call bilingual. You know, we know how to talk to certain people, and I think that's why a lot of younger brothers gravitate toward us because they know that we know we're the real deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's no faking the front. And we love you guys, and that's the main thing. So it's like real, recognize real, and so that's why the success rate is so big. You know, we've been doing this for so many years.
Yeah, long time.
You know, it's like that's why we do each other's shows. You know what I'm saying? Because we know. Tammy, you know, women. I noticed that we're gonna stick to the topic as well. Masking pain can come from. We already said anger. What about love? T.O., you know what I'm saying, hit on it earlier in the conversation. And I notice now it's an all-time high. You mentioned suicide. Last week we talked about suicide because we had a beautiful sister that was on here who committed suicide.
Wow.
And our hearts, you know what I'm saying, went out to her. The whole show last week was dedicated just to her. You know what I'm saying? And so what would you say about rejection, like say for instance in a relationship sense? And this for all the ladies right now, right? How do women feel with masking pain? And we're going to stick to the topic of masking pain. Say, for instance, you're in a relationship and the man starts cheating and then he tells you he does not want to be with you. What kind of masking pain is that? Like, what do you think that, brings to the table with women?
Well, I can tell you from experience and from knowing a lot of women that have gone through the same thing. When your heart gets broken, it's just another level of You don't want, it's like first you cry and then you get all those tears out. But then that pain just turns to anger. And it's like the pain is still there and you need to work through it. But it gets to like an anger, like you said, you're angry at the person that hurt you, but you also become angry at the people in your future that might try to come around you that they didn't hurt you at all. But you've been hurt so bad and you held in that pain for so long without actually dealing with it properly, that every person that comes around you that wants to be in your life and the future that may be good for you, you don't want to let them in because all you do is you recollect that pain that you felt that you never actually let go of properly.
Right. And do you think, I guess it varies for different women, but how long does that process usually take to like get over it? And also, wouldn't that be unfair to all these new guys that you're trying to talk to?
It is absolutely unfair to the new guys that you're trying to talk to because you're judging them on something that happened in the past. And I'll give you a quick thing. My heart's been broken. I've been played. I've been taken advantage of, especially because the fact that I run a nonprofit, so I'm a very giving, loving person. Right. So people know that I'm giving, so they try and take more than they give to me. And because I've been hurt so many times personally, when people come to me now and they try and say, "Oh, I'm different." Right. You're not different. I automatically my guard's up. I have that hurt and that pain that lives inside of me still that I don't want to believe anybody else is different. I don't even want to give them a chance. And you're right, it's absolutely not fair to the next person. No. But it's like, somebody recently came to me and said they wanted to hang out with me. And I told them why. I said, why? I don't have anything to offer you. I don't have any money or anything for you to take advantage of. What could you possibly want from me? Why? Because I still have pain. And I'm not going to lie about that. I have a lot of pain that I repress.
Okay. And that's deep, and that's good. We could bring it to the table. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of women at home, and especially men, because as Tia was saying, we've been taught for so long that you don't talk about that. We just men. We don't confide. We don't let it out. So a lot of men are bottled up, and that's why we so angry. See, y'all women could get together, don't even know each other, and that's true. Y'all could immediately bond, relate, and talk about certain issues, whereas men, it take us a minute. We're gonna size you, we're gonna feel you for a minute. We gotta know that you trustworthy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So a lot of men, black and brown, are on these streets with a lot of hurt, with a lot of pain, and so we just say we mean mug, we do the, until you get in our circle. So I think those are great points. So what do you think could be done? What do you think could be done to unmask a lot of the pain? What can we do? What are some of the things we can do?
I think he's doing it. Like, in what he's doing, and a lot of other nonprofits are doing it. it's like when you're open and you bring people to you, if you're real with somebody and they know, hey, I've been through this, then they're willing to come to you and tell you their stories, and they understand you're coming at them from compassion and a place of love because you understand what they're going through, and you're real, and just giving the people a chance to talk and not necessarily judge, because like I said, the first thing is there's a stigma behind pain. It's not just men, it's women, it's professionalism. There's a stigma behind pain. We're supposed to be strong people.
Right.
We are not supposed to show our weaknesses. That's how a lot of us were just raised. And it's actually wrong. We need to tell people it's okay to cry.
Right.
It's okay to be weak. It's okay to go to counseling. It's okay to talk to somebody. And a lot of people ain't going to talk to their best friend or somebody they know. The best people they're going to talk to is somebody they don't know that well.
Right, exactly.
That's
a
what I'm
good
talking about.
point right
That's
there.
important.
Tio, how do you feel about that? What are some of the ways that they can, men, and we're going to talk from a men point of view, what are some ways men can kind of like let go of, unmask the pain?
It's all about, like I say, you want to talk about solutions. First, the first step, a man has to admit that he's struggling with an issue, opposed to just holding it in.
Right.
That's number one, okay? And then have somebody you can confide in, somebody you can trust. If you don't have nobody like that in your personal space, then go get yourself some professional help.
Right.
Because it definitely works. A lot of people think, like I say, that it's corny, but you don't necessarily have to go talk to a psychiatrist or nothing, Go talk to a counselor,
Right.
Because, like if you leave one relationship and you go right into another relationship, you haven't got a chance to heal from the previous relationship. So you take that baggage right in the next relationship with you.
Right.
And you think you're doing something cool, because when the lust wears off, then the real people start showing up.
Right.
Because anybody can front for the first 2-3 months.
Right.
Sometimes they front for 6 months.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
And everything cool, love and making's cool, and everybody happy, the dancing to the same tune, and next thing you know, 7 months come about. Look, I got bills to pay, right?
Right.
I don't really like this about the
Right.
person. Really not taking a closer look at the person. I knew a guy who was in a relationship with a lady, she didn't even tell the man she had 5 kids.
Right.
Her kids with her mother and her parents, her parents.
Oh, wow.
And so when he found out she had the kids, like, why you ain't got your kids with you? She had no explanation for it, right? She didn't want. She told me if he had known, he probably would not want to deal with her.
Right.
But just be honest. That's the only thing I can tell you.
Exactly.
And then it's okay for a man to get a little bit emotional. I still have issues with that, believe it or not. You know how you go to a movie theater, you might see an emotional movie, and I'm sitting there trying to be, about jaws, trying to hold back, right? But the thing is, but you don't want to overly. For a man, you don't want to be overly crying.
Right.
But at the same time, it's okay because a lot of guys, and trust and believe this, guys that have committed to act of first-degree homicide or murder, a second-degree murder, and they wish they could turn back the hands of time.
Right.
Some of them are crying crocodile tears down in the penitentiaries. You cannot be tough 24 hours a day, Eastside.
Right.
I don't care who you are. Run around with a big mask on your face 24 hours a day.
Right.
It doesn't make no sense. So,
I've been to the joint, right?
Yeah.
And so I know, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, and it's some true stuff. So every time I went to the penitentiary, 4 bits I did, right? Each bit I did, I was kicked it with the killers, right? Everybody who was taking a life had another side to them that was very, very fragile. That was very loving. They could get hurt so quick, and when you look back at what triggers you to take a life, you have to look at stuff like that. A lot of us are so emotionally jacked up that we don't know if we're coming or going. So it's easier for a lot of those type that can't control the emotions to pull a trigger. Don't make you a gangster. Don't make you a man. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking facts now. A lot of these men were disturbed. You know what I'm saying? They had something, or very creative. A lot of men that I knew that did 9-1s that was down in the joint were some of the most rawest. I'm talking about guitarists. I'm talking about black brothers and Hispanics, piano players that could draw. You know what I'm saying? That had some type of creative outlet. And I talk about that in my book, you know what I'm saying, too. The men that are most violent, and trust and believe, we know them, had another side of them. And so it's like, just imagine if these men had not committed crime or cannot did the murder or anything that took them to the penitentiary, how raw they would be if able to let loose of the creative side. We're talking some geniuses in music, geniuses in, company businesses, because if you could run a drug enterprise, you know what I'm saying, you definitely, you know what I'm saying, can become a business mogul. You know, this is facts. All right, y'all, real quick, let's get back into this. Again, Centennial, this is dedicated to Centennial tonight. So, Reliance School Bus is hiring for drivers. No CDLs are needed, y'all, all right? They said they will train you $20 an hour to start, plus paid training. Call, stop by at MV, which is 4400 West 45th Street in Chicago. You can call 773-920-2176 or 312-718-5552, okay? Or you can text us at 708-625-7781. Again, Ulon is out here. We're trying to get as many people hired and employed as possible. I want y'all to be a part of this rat race, y'all, so that we can have some finance. All right? Again, this is for drivers. You don't need a CDL. Call it, hit that that share button, because then you can go back and forth and bless somebody else. Harvest Foods is hiring, okay? Merchandising specialist, floater in Chicago. No experience is necessary. Starting at $18 an hour plus 500 bonus. All right? After 30 days. Call 847-343-8778. This is Harvest Foods looking for a merchandising specialist and a floater. No experience necessary. They start you off at $18 an hour, y'all. Call 847-343-8778. Cintas is hiring, y'all. Now, this is an open house. Cintas. Okay, this is for a production position, all right? Up to 1,000 sign-in bonus if you get hired. You guys at home, you guys are on our social medias, please share this so you can bless somebody. Thursday, July 21st at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. 5600 West 73rd Street. They're having an open house. Please go because they're hiring on the spot. Real quick, you know, I know that, you know, you have some shout-outs you might want to give, you know, people who might have helped you along the way. Tammy, now's your time. You know, who would you like to show some love to out there, you know what I'm saying, in the cyberspace world? And I want to say thank you for everybody, you know, for tuning in, because you guys getting the vaccine as always.
Well, I definitely like to thank the Foundation of East Chicago. Without them, we wouldn't have been able to stay open the last 7 months that we have been stayed open. And just everyone, all of our Facebook followers and members, you know, my team members, Dia Castellas, who works with me, and all of our volunteers. It's them who make the difference. A lot of people come to me and say paying it forward is me, but paying it forward isn't me. Paying it forward is every single person who donates a toy or donates a diapers or donates clothing. Paying it forward is every single person that goes out there and helps with money in order to keep the store open. Every person that goes out there to give somebody a ride to the doctor. So paying it forward, I'm just the face of paying it forward. But nothing I do would be possible without all of them. And I thank them every single day, and I appreciate them. There's way too many people to name, but every single one of them that follow us and donate to us, they're paying it forward. They're what makes blessing people happen.
Nice. And again, please give a number out where someone can reach you at if they'd like to bless you, or basically just like to, you know, volunteer, be a part of what you're doing.
Definitely. Our number is 219-318-3122, and our website is payingitforwardnwi.com. And we definitely appreciate volunteers. We need them all the time. Any donations, anyone who wants to bless anybody. We had some lady who came in today who was so grateful because we gave her a toothbrush, because she said she hadn't been able to brush her teeth in days. And she was so grateful for a toothbrush and a bottle of water.
See, it's the little things like that.
Little things like that.
People might want to laugh at that, but that is a blessing. There's people out here don't have a toothbrush, toilet tissue. So, man, my hat's off to you for real.
That's deep.
That's a blessing.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
a blessing. Tio, I was gonna ask you, what's a memory that you have, or something, you know, saying, not like, you know, it could be something like that, but an impact you had through your whole experience with violence interrupters, you know what I'm saying? Something that really stands out that made an impact that you never forgot, like a situation that you say, wow, you know, that was pretty deep. You don't have to deal with that, you know. It could be a moment, a violent moment. It could be something that you kind of might want to display, you know, saying to our TV followers that just really makes an impact on you. Maybe it could bless somebody. You know
well, first and foremost, I just want to make it clear, I've never been to the penitentiary. I want to put that out there. But this is the thing here. There's been a lot of young men that have come to me over the last couple of years, and they told me they were watching me when they were growing up. It kind of like aged me a little bit, right? They're like 30 years old now, you know, and I'm like, they said they watched me when they was 15 years old. So the payoff is that the work that I've been doing, you never know who's watching you, right?
Exactly.
And I remember I had a young girl that came to me. She was like 19 or 20, right? And I'll just say this for the record. She tried to hit on me. I'm going to be honest with you. But I'm not going. I'm not going. But the thing is this here. She said she been watching me too since she was 15. She liked my message, the way I talk. And it made me feel good because that meant somebody was paying attention. Because you never know who's paying attention. But these young men had caught me a couple of times. And they say, look, they always remembered me from back when they were growing up and how I helped guide them without even being in their lives. So I posted a story about a young man that I encountered who told me he never forgot me. He was around 30 years old at the time. On my LinkedIn page, it got almost like 30,000 hits, man. Because he's doing good now. He's working every day, taking care of his business, and we helped him turn his life around. So when you got people coming to you, how you really, really help them get their lives together, it's priceless, man.
It's priceless.
It's like it's like it's valuable, invaluable. So those are some of the memories I've had, and then some of my mentors. I didn't just get here by myself. You know, like Professor Stars, Northeastern University, Brother Howard Sappho, Positive Anti-Crime Thrust. And God bless me, man. I come up in the heart of the ghetto. I met with Prime Minister David Cameron over in the UK. I met with Queen Northam Jordan before the Canadian Embassy, even though she's from the Middle East, you know. But I was there for an award ceremony. And a Secret Service said I couldn't take a picture with her. I'm hugged up with the Queen like she my girl. You're not gonna tell, I come from the neighborhood. You're not going to tell me I cannot take a picture with the Queen, man.
I'm ready to flick it up. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm laughing now because it's been a journey. You know, and it's like I've made a complete, come around, in my life. So I'm feeling pretty good.
I've definitely been keeping up. It's a privilege and it's an honor.
Yes, sir. You're my brother.
Some of the things that you have accomplished, man. It's just amazing. I know one of the stories that I was, it touches me. One of the things that I did do, I had, broke, one of the stories about Tent City, which is the homeless place. You know what I'm saying? And so, because my boy broke it the day before, and I went there that night. I did it at night, we could see the rats and everything. And the mayor at the time, had passed away, and they put another guy in as a mayor. They got their little structure, right? And so the gentleman who was there, who was the mayor named Richard, I took a liking to him, They used to call him Milwaukee because, back when he was from the mill, but he'd been in Chicago his whole life, and, got down and out on his luck. And so I remember I started going there, taking them stuff. I took my church over there. I took, different people, came out my pocket. So I really did what I could. This was before Tent City was really on. Later they got put on and, they kind of became the epitome of homelessness center in Chicago. So I asked the brother, I said, Richard, you plan on being here the rest of your life? And he, just between me and you, man, what do you want to do with your life, And he was like, man, Queso, I really want to, man, I really want to do something with my life. I don't want this to be forever. I want to change this. And so I went home and I prayed on it and I thought about it. And the next day, man, I went back and I told him, you know what, Richard, man, I want you to come stay with me.
Oh, okay.
And the brother, man, he took a day, thought about it. He called me, he said he'd take me up on it. And the man came stay with me. I put him on his feet. I got him in touch with his family. Finally, after all these years, he had some children around. Talked to them, and he ended up going back home. You know what I'm saying? And so that, to me, was enough to, make me feel like, okay, well, I'm making some type of change. Just in the homeless family, we do so much in the streets, you know what I'm saying? But it was just that homelessness issue that really helped me, get somebody off where he was mindset to be the rest of his life, to change that mindset, to go home and become, a productive person, since so that was, saying a warm, heartfelt moment for me as a man, because I was helping another man get back with his children. And to me, that was enough, So that was my story. And then you guys out there that are, listening at home, our viewers. And again, for you guys on this social media, just know the reason we're looking forward, because we're live on TV as well. So I wanted to let y'all know that if anybody is at that point where they might feel like, they're out there homeless, even suicidal, whatever, give us a call, 312-834-8020. Ulon is there, and we're getting ready to move, too. I want y'all to know that, okay?
You're gonna move.
Yeah, y'all been to the center, and we're getting something a little bit bigger, which means we're actually moving up. So we're getting something bigger now, It's been hard, but we've been saving, we've been getting in touch with the right people. There was 3 places that we narrowed down to 2. Now we narrowed down to 1. And so if things go through the way it's supposed to be, because I've been grinding hard, if it goes the way I want it to go, by Friday, I'll know. And of course, we're gonna let everybody know we're gonna have a nice party, kick it off because man, it's the summer and everybody's welcome. You know, the whole city gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know our new location. And man, I've been grinding. You know, I don't play with this. You know, I've been doing this forever. You know, me and T.O., we out here. So you know, it's the real deal. And man, we'll keep doing what we do. And I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Street certified. We out here, man. We love y'all. Real quick, we're going to get ready to close this up. I want to give y'all a couple more spots. So, K-Rock Center, 1250 West 119th. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., there's no registration needed. It's hiring for everything. This is a Southside hiring event, July 21st, 2022, okay? This is at from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. All right, you guys get in touch with us. This is big, all right? This is a hiring event. They're hiring on the spot. Let's see. As we did some of these before, we got DCFS, even the police, they say they're hiring now. So you can go to the website. Chase Bank is hiring. Hope Center and Olive Harvey College offers free courses. This is for my younger people, 18 to 24 years old. It's free, y'all. Forklift classes, CDL classes, certified. You get 6 Sigma certifications, paid internships. Call 773-371-2346. Omari, where you at? 773-371-2346. Okay, cool. We're getting ready to wrap this up. Listen up. And they got a free laptop, free gift card giveaways. Y'all, listen up. 18 to 24, you can't beat it. Safer Foundation has training programs in construction, healthcare, manufacturing, hospitality, and TDL for 18 to 24 years old. Okay? Now, if you're in Chicago, call 312-505-7629. Ask for Angel Jones. If you're in South Holland, call 708-713-3178. Ask for Melvin Brooks. And for downtown, call 312-913-5781. This is for Tiffany Brown. Again, a Safer Foundation. All the stuff is free. You guys need to take care of this, okay? I'll give y'all one more. Link cards accepted for fresh fruits. All right, every Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon in the Save-A-Lot parking lot, 7949 South Halsted Street, y'all. From July 2nd until October 29th, you guys can go down here with your link cards and get fresh fruit. Very important. Closing remarks. Masking pain. What can you tell a young sister that's out here masking her pain, whether it's a relationship or just hurt from, you know what I'm saying, whatever she feels she's going through in society right now? What can you tell her to encourage her, Tammy?
You know what? Go through it, because you're going to get through it. Nothing lasts forever. Everything in life, no matter how bad the pain feels right now, is temporary. And everything you go through in life, it's just bringing you to something bigger and better. What is meant for you is coming to you. And sometimes you got to let that go and close that door and let go of the pain. Work through it, but let go of it so that way you can get the blessing that's meant for you.
Wow, nice. And again, give your social media. For people that want to get in touch with Tammy, here it is.
It's Tammy Diferio on Facebook, or Paying It Forward. NWI.com is our website. You can find out more about us and all of the programs that we offer.
Nice. We love you, Cynthia. T.O., I want to say, you know what I'm saying, it's been an honor. I myself was one of them brothers, you know what I'm saying, to watch you through the years, you know what I'm saying, while I was doing my thing. We never had a chance to, you know what I'm saying, click, and God, man, brought us somehow in the same circle, in the same location, and we've been inseparable ever since. Tell a younger brother, you know what I'm saying, what can you give him some type of advice if he's hurting right now out there? He's masking his pain.
Well, like the sister said, you know, you got to go through it to get through it. I mean, that's profound.
That's
because there's no other way to deal with it, you know. I mean, hopefully you can get through it, though, you know, because go through it, and like as you get through it, because a lot of people don't make the cut. Some people end up getting caught up with mental health issues, end up on medication, all kinds of stuff. I'm telling you, the relationship arena, and then letdowns and setbacks in life are rough. You know, I've had to make a couple of comebacks in my personal journey, and it's not easy making a comeback, man. You know, so the thing about it is, all that I can tell you is that, you know, only knowledge I would impart on a younger person: get you a job, go to work. I'm not even preaching to you. Go to work so you can get you some money coming in, and then also treat people the way you want to be treated, okay? Respect people for who they are. Don't lie to people. Just try to do the right thing. Even though a lot of people have had issues in their past, but I believe in pushing the right thing to everybody. So just treat people with dignity, right, and respect, and have some integrity. You know, I like to look people in their face when I talk to them, son. I don't like all that side way talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right.
This was saying, what you see is what you get, right? And just respect everybody. Respect your parents and respect whoever helped raise you. Some people think they got it on their own.
Much love to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tammy, hey, again, as always, man, we love you. Call us 312-834-8020. Again, man, as always, we love you, man. Each one teach one and don't never stop there. Holla back. Peace.
Peace to you.